What's up, guys? This is the Aaoyun 296 watt portable power station, and I'm excited to show you guys some of the features that this thing has. I'll show you guys some of the things that this can power, and then at the end I'll give you guys my honest review. So let's get into the video. So first off, I just want to start off by saying I really like this power station because it has a couple features that just other big brand power stations don't have, which I think is really cool. I mean, this thing is very versatile and you're gonna be able to use it in a lot of different ways. But let me show you guys some of the features on this power station itself. So talking about some of the features, like I said earlier, this is a 296 watt battery capacity. So the battery is 296 watts, which is pretty big, and which is nice because it's so big, but it's such a compact size power station. I mean, look at how small this thing is. It has a handle. It even comes with a strap that you can carry it with, and it's just super small and compact. It only weighs about 7 pounds. So it's super lightweight and compact to be, to have a 296 watt power station. And this has a max AC output of 300 watts. So you're gonna be able to power devices that go up to 300 watts. If it's higher than that, you're not gonna be able to power it, but 300 watts is quite a bit. I mean, you're gonna be able to power like refrigerators or like a mini fridge, TVs, pretty much most of your essential items in your house in case of power outage or smaller items. Right here, you have that AC outlet, which can go up to 300 watts of output. You have 3 USBs right here, which are actually all fast charging, which are nice. And then you have 1 USB-C right here, which is actually 100 watt USB-C, so it's also fast charging. And then it also has a 12 volt, 10 amp cigarette lighter charger or DC charger right here. And essentially all you would do to turn this thing on is you just click the power button right here, you'll see the lights. And this actually shows your battery percentage. So wherever the lights light up, as you can see right now, it's at 100%. And so to activate the different chargers, all you're gonna do is if you wanna use the AC outlet right here, you just click this button. As you can see, it lights up kind of blue right there. It makes a beeping noise, and then you can start plugging it in. If you wanna use the DC charger, you hit that. It turns blue. The USBs, you hit that, and then it turns on, and then you'll be able to start plugging things in, and it'll actually have power being sent out. And then on the top here, you actually have a handle, so that way you can easily carry it around with you. It also comes with a strap right here, which you can see. You can hook it onto the hooks up here, and then you can have a strap to carry it around, your back, if you're hiking, or just to carry it around a lot easier. And then if you flip this thing around on the side, you have a fan right here to help keep this thing cool, and then you also have a little pocket right here, which is kind of nice. You can store the charging cable, or just little charging cables right here for the AC outlets, things like that on the side. And then on the back side, you don't really have anything. You just have the Aaoyun logo, which I think looks pretty nice, looks pretty sleek. And if you rotate this one more time, this is actually the feature I was talking about earlier, which is quite a bit different from other power stations. It actually has 2 different lights. So it actually has a flashlight, and it has this little lantern light, which I'll show you guys right now. All right, guys, so to turn on the lantern and turn on the flashlight, as you can see right here, there's actually a lantern and a flashlight button. So all you want to do is just turn on the power station again, and then once you click the lantern button, it's going to turn on the lantern. And it does have this cool little thing that, you can raise it up and down depending on, how much light you want to be emitted. And then it also has different colors. So if you click it one more time, it's going to go a little bit, yellower. If you click it one more time, it's actually going to go brighter. And then if you click it one more time, it's going to go yellowish, a little bit brighter. Then you click it one more time and it turns off. And what's cool about it is, you can stick it up. It's going to have a lot more light. But then if you don't want, when you're not using it, you can just stick this thing down and it's kind of hidden away, kind of flush with the top of the power station. And then to turn on the flashlight, you just click the flashlight button. And this thing's actually super bright. It's a nice flashlight. If you click it again, it'll actually go a little bit brighter. If you click it again, it'll go a little bit brighter. And then if you click it again, it actually has an SOS mode. If you click it one more time, it has a slower SOS mode, and then it turns off. And so as you can see, it has a ton of cool features, like that SOS mode. It has a ton of different lighting options. So that way, if you are camping or if you're using this thing in the dark, you're gonna be able to see your way and, be able to use this really nice flashlight, which I think is cool because a lot of other power stations do not have that. And it's just a really cool added feature that this thing has. So that's pretty much everything around the power station, some of the features that this thing has. Now let's check out some of the things that this thing can actually power. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so for the first test, I just wanted to show you guys this portable refrigerator. It's basically a cooler that's electric, and so it needs power from a power station to charge this up. So basically, I don't have a mini fridge, but this can mimic basically a mini fridge. It's gonna use about the same amount of wattage. And they claim to be able to power a mini fridge in about 5.5 hours, the company. And I think that's pretty accurate, but I'm gonna plug this thing in and I'm gonna show you guys how it can actually power this thing. So the power station is on right now. I'm going to turn on the AC power. It just lit up. It's blue. Now I'm going to plug this thing in. And so now I plug this thing in, and as you can see over here, the cooler is now on. So this is a mini refrigerator, as you can see right here. I have the manuals in there because I haven't been using it recently, but it is a refrigerator. and it's currently powering it right now. As you can see, it's only 73 degrees right now Fahrenheit, just because I just turned it on, but it's gonna get down to about -8 degrees Fahrenheit. And as you can see, it is powering this thing no problem. I mean, it's actually starting to get cold inside. So you can power a mini fridge for about 5.5 hours with this thing, depending on your mini fridge, how much power it pulls. But it definitely, even though it's this small, it can power a whole mini refrigerator or mini fridge. Even a big fridge, I think you should be able to power for at least an hour or two, depending on what refrigerator you have. Right, now, another test I wanted to show you guys, which is pretty simple test for power stations, is just, you know, can it charge 2 tablets at once? This thing can actually power up to 7 devices at once because of all the outlets, as long as it stays under 300 watts. So right now I have my tablet plugged in right here, and as you can see, it is charging. And then I also have a laptop here, and it's charging. So you can charge, you know, 2 laptops, or, you know, a tablet and a laptop at the same time, and even probably your phone at the same time as well. But I just wanted to show you guys, I mean, that's not very impressive, but I want to show you guys that you can, you know, if you have a laptop, a tablet, you can charge this thing at the same time. You know, if you're camping and you need them to, you can totally do that with this power station. All right, guys, so for my last test, I just wanted to show you guys this 65-inch TV. This is a pretty big TV, and I wanted to show you guys, you know, can this thing actually power it? So we're going to see right now. So I have the TV right here. Here's the plug-in. I'm going to plug it in right into the AC outlet right here that has a 300 watt output, and I'm going to turn on the TV and see what happens. All right, just turn it on, and boom, boom. And as you can see, the TV works. It works. This thing can power a 65-inch TV, probably even a bigger TV as well. And so this tiny power station, guys, is going to be able to power TVs, mini refrigerators, your laptop, your phone. As you can see, this thing can power a lot of stuff as long as it's under that 300 watt output range, which is pretty cool for a tiny power station this small. And then just to go over some other stats for you guys, this thing's going to be able to power your laptop. If it uses 60 watts, it's going to be able to power your laptop for about 5.5 hours. And mini fridge about 5.5 hours, like I said earlier. Your phone about 12.2 hours, and, you know, a TV about 3 hours, depending on what kind of TV you have and how many watts it pulls. So those are some just kind of general numbers. And one thing I forgot to mention is actually charging this power station. So you can actually charge this with either an outlet that comes with the charger, you can charge it with your car, or you can even charge it with solar. So it has those different options, which is nice. And with solar panels, it's going to take about 7 hours to charge. With an outlet, it's going to take about 6.5 hours to charge. And with your car charger, it's going to take about 6.5 hours to charge. So it does kind of take a long time to charge. That's one downside about this battery that I don't really like about it. It's going to take a while to charge, but it's still pretty awesome for, you know, the size and how compact this thing is and how much power it can output. But overall, my honest review, I am really impressed with this power station. It's really cool. I really like how it has the flashlight and the lantern to it, because a lot of power stations just don't have that. And I like how the shape of it, how it's super light. It has this handle, and then it comes with the strap as well. And I just like the layout of it, man. I think it's really nice. The only downside I don't like about it is what I said earlier about how it takes a long time to charge, and then also just how it doesn't have a screen. You know, a lot of power stations will have a little screen here, and you can see how many watts are being output, how many watts are being input when you charge it. And I would like that it you know, included a screen like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't. But I don't really think it makes that big of a difference. I mean, you don't really need to see that. So overall, I think just all the features that this thing has makes up for it, and I think it's overall a great power station. And I would definitely recommend checking it out if you're into camping, outdoors, or if you just want to have emergency backup, you know, mini power station that you can take with you on the go. I think this is absolutely a great option. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, definitely recommend checking this out.